Welcome back! Welcome back to another video of our A to Z of AV series of videos. Well, that's implied by this being a video. Today we are looking at the letter K, which stands for nothing in particular, because we couldn't really concentrate on one single thing to talk about at length. So we've got a list of about half a dozen smaller, shorter topics that all kind of, in a roundabout way, start with the letter K.
So number one, kitchens. We work a lot in kitchens. We work in kitchens sometimes.
Yeah, we're not a kitchen company, but
we don't sell kitchens.
I think it's safe to say that the majority of our projects start with what's required in the kitchen, or that's where the technology seems to branch out from.
Yeah.
Because kitchens are probably where people spend most of their time, especially if it's a large kitchen, like some of our clients.
Yeah, you'll have like an open plan kitchen, diner, lounge. So you get up, go for breakfast, go to work, come back, have your dinner. Most people spend a lot of time in their kitchen, so we do a lot of work. Mainly it's the audio side of things in kitchens and a little bit of control and lighting.
Blinds, that's quite a common one to have in kitchen. Velux windows. Occasionally a TV.
And a good Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, definitely Wi-Fi. Basically, I think it's safe to say that in most of our projects, the kitchen has more technology or more features than any other individual room.
Number two
is
or that one?
Piece is KNX, which isn't so much a thing.
You better put the KNX logo on the screen or something.
Ding! So KNX is an open standard for communications and control between devices. KNX is not a company that produces hardware or equipment. They basically allow for a way for two devices to talk to each other and one control the others, etc., and provide feedback, stuff like that. All KNX enabled devices are produced by third-party companies, like Gira is one of them. There are many more. All of them have escaped my memory right now. The best thing about KNX, in my opinion, is that because it is an open standard for communications, it means that third parties who produce hardware that uses KNX for controlling communication can safely know that whatever device they are looking to connect to, it will work. Unlike a closed control system where they use proprietary communications and control protocols. Bingo. Number three,
Kino! That's just the German word for cinema.
Which, you know, we like home cinemas. We've already done a video on home cinemas. We won't mention the Kino that you'll find in Germany. Number four,
kick panel lighting.
Which is a nice feature, and not a lot of people think about adding kick panel lighting, especially in kitchens.
We put it on in kitchens all the time.
Yeah, enough said.
Number five, Korea.
Korea.
Without Korea and the companies that come out of Korea, the advances in technology wouldn't be as advanced as they are now. They really...
Samsung, LG.
I mean, that's two. They really push technology.
For example, Samsung's been hot on the heels of Apple for years now when it comes to mobile phones, tablets, watches. Both Samsung and LG produce televisions that we sometimes use in projects.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Number six,
keypads.
Now we use these on pretty much every job. A keypad is literally like you'd have a light switch, except it's got multiple buttons on. Each of those buttons are programmable, and when coupled with control system, those commands that it sends can be programmed to...
What Michael's trying to say is they can do a multitude of things, including controlling lighting, speakers for playing some music, turning TVs on and off, opening gates, doors, locks. The list goes on and on and on. It depends
Flushing
on
your toilet.
One less popular, or especially a dying version of the keypad is the old media control keypads that you used to get with AV or specifically audio control systems like Russ Sound.
Cloud, they do their own keypads that connect with their amplifiers and control the audio. It's very direct. It's one thing to connect to this thing and it does one thing, but
it's like having a remote for your hi-fi system, but you can't move it, it's fixed on the wall. What's the point, guys? Really?
it's good in commercial settings. I give it that. Where
Yeah.
people walk in, they don't want to look around for the remote. It's on the wall. It's next to the stage, or it's next to the desk. You know where it is. In our industry, we do residential mainly, so we generally have remotes, and we don't need a keypad that does one thing when the keypads that we choose to install do a whole host of things.
Number 7, Keystone jacks, which should have really been part of our previous video.
That should have been in jacks.
But they cover such a wide variety of possible use cases that they could almost make a video on their own, or a topic on their own. But it would be very focused, very boring, it's already getting too much. In short, is a standardized snap-in or snap-in connector, which generally is meant to be a toolless design, so you can actually terminate a cable or put a plug on the end of a cable without using any tools at all. However, from the Keystone connectors that we've used, I've yet to use one where you don't have to intervene with cutters or a punch down tool or something similar. So yeah, they're a long way off refining that standardized standard. What are you thinking?
On the subject of Keystone, when we do home cinemas, on the projectors, there's a Keystone adjustment, which basically enables us to, if the projector is at a funny angle and on the wall, or the screen's at a strange angle, where you'd have an image that could have the sides like this or like this, you can then correct that with the Keystone adjustment, so it straightens it up.
Which is very useful.
And that's it for K. Thank you very much for joining us on our journey through the AtoZ of AV. Our next video is going to be on the letter L, which stands for
Lighting. Bye, have a good time.